Welcome to afristorytv-f channel. I bring you another inspiring story you can't miss. Please stay cool and watch it to an end to relax your day. Good day. Once upon a time, in a quiet village of Ugeli, was a man named Okeke who lived in township. He was called Okeke the Washman. Okeke was no ordinary washman. His name was synonymous with excellence, for he had a reputation for washing clothes with such care, devotion, and precision that even the richest people in the township where he lived sought his service. His reputation as the finest washman in the town spread far beyond the village. Okeke was a God-fearing man, a man of integrity, a hard-working soul, gentle and humble. Everyone that knew Okeke knew him with truth, honesty, and as a man of prayer. He was a very wise and intelligent man people sought advice from in time of need. Okeke was simply a very good and generous man with a kind heart. But what seemed like fortune turned into misfortune as fate twisted Okeke's life. Though Okeke's fame as the watchman was once the heart of his livelihood, and it earned him respect and a steady, though modest, income. But it did not last due to a significant event that led to his decision to stop his washing business and went back to his village. A new larger laundromat business, Shiny White Laundry, opened up in the town. It was backed by wealthy investors and employed a group of workers who used modern machines to wash clothes quickly and efficiently. This new business offered affordable prices and its speed of service appealed to many of Okeke's customers. As the laundromat gained popularity, Okeke began to lose his clientele. The sudden rise of this competition made his once thriving business nearly obsolete. Okeke, who had built his reputation on personal care and attention to detail, struggled to keep up with the new industrialized way of washing clothes. Over time, the new laundromat's mass production approach pushed him out of business. This loss of income caused Okeke to explore other avenues in hopes of finding a more stable source of income. He tried his hands at several other businesses, selling palm oil, running a small restaurant, trading in cassava, but none of these ventures succeeded. Finally, he decided to go back to the village and engage in agriculture. But though he grew yams, cassava, maize, and some vegetables, the harvests were often sparse, and the little money he earned from selling crops barely covered his family's needs. The watchman, who had once lived in the township, now found himself struggling to make ends meet in the village, where life was not much easier. He even found it difficult to pay his children's school fees. Okeke and his wife Nkechi had three sons, Obi, Chinedu, and Uche. They were bright, ambitious boys who wanted to go to school to become doctors, lawyers, and engineers. But the burden of their father's struggles weighed heavily on them. In the rainy season, Obi, Chinedu, and Uche would wake up early, wade through muddy waters to gather sand, and sell it to the builders in the village. They also collected palm nuts, which they would break and sell the kernels for a meager amount. These small earnings were used to pay their school fees. Despite the constant struggle, the three brothers held on to their dreams of becoming someone in life. However, poverty forced them to stop their education after primary school, as the family could not afford to send them to school any longer, and they could no longer support themselves at secondary school. Therefore, they were sent to apprenticeship training to learn trade. Their father, Okeke, cautioned and advised them to be loyal to their masters, honest and truthful, so they all went with the counsel of their father in their minds. Obi went to serve as successful mechanic man named Mr. Okoro, a man with a booming auto repair business. Chinedu found a mentor in a wealthy businessman, Chief Emeka, who ran a thriving construction supplies business. Uche, the youngest, ended up working for a wealthy but rather untrustworthy man known to everyone as a flamboyant impostor. His name was Chief Ikenna, and while his reputation in the village was questionable, he ran a successful tailoring business. Uche, who was always polite, diligent, and eager to learn, became the favorite of Chief Ikenna's servants. His good nature and tireless work ethic won the man's favor, and seeing potential in Uche, Chief Ikenna took him under his wing, offering him an apprenticeship. For 7 long years, each of the 3 brothers served their masters. They learned everything there was to know about their trades. Obi became an expert mechanic. Chinedu learned the art of business management and supply chain. And Uche mastered the craft of tailoring and design. They absorbed not only the skills, but also the business strategies that would later shape their futures. Okeke's children had grown into strong, determined young men, each carrying with them the lessons of hard work, integrity, and perseverance instilled in them by their father. Okeke's unwavering faith in God, his honest nature, and his constant prayers had shaped them into men of great character and ambition. As they completed their apprenticeships, their masters, Mr. Okoro, Chief Emeka, and Chief Ikenna, recognized their immense potential and rewarded them with seed money to start their own businesses. With this newfound capital, the 3 brothers started their own businesses. Obi, the eldest, established a booming auto repair shop, Obi's Auto Works, which quickly became the most trusted garage in the entire region. With his unmatched skill in repairing and restoring vehicles, he gained a reputation far and wide, attracting wealthy clients from other towns. His business expanded rapidly, and soon he was able to build an empire in auto industry. Chinedu, the middle son, had always had an eye for business. With his sharp mind, he started Chinedu's Construction Supplies, a company that provided construction materials to builders throughout the region. His business savvy and ability to negotiate excellent contracts made him a millionaire in just a few years. Chinedu's influence reached far and wide beyond their village, and his company became a household name in the building industry. Uche, the youngest son, had a creative spirit that led him to open Uche's Kuto, a high-end fashion line that catered to the elites. Uche's eye for design, combined with the lessons he had learned in his apprenticeship, made his business a success almost overnight. His clothes were worn by the wealthiest people in the region, and soon he expanded into multiple locations, making him one of the top fashion designers in the town. The success of the 3 brothers came swiftly. With their businesses flourishing, the entire village felt the impact of their success. Their family was no longer just the talk of the village. They were the very heartbeat of it. The once quiet village transformed as the brothers poured their wealth back into it. They built schools and hospitals, provided jobs for the villagers, and improved infrastructure. Roads were paved, clean water was brought to the village, and new markets opened up. The prosperity that the brothers brought back to the village was nothing short of a miracle, and soon it became a thriving, bustling community. One of the most significant ways Okeke children showed their love and appreciation for their father was by transforming the very home where he had struggled for so long. The humble mud house that had once been Okeke's shelter was torn down, and in its place, they built a magnificent modern house. This new house, made with fine stones, had all the comforts Okeke and Nkechi could ever need, complete with lush gardens and elegant rooms. The brothers ensured that their parents had everything they needed, and the new home became a symbol of their gratitude for the sacrifices Okeke had made to raise them up. Okeke, the man who had once been known as a humble washman, now lived in a house that matched the grandeur of his children's success. He spent his days in peace, surrounded by his family, watching with pride as his sons continued to prosper. Yet, despite the wealth and luxury that now enveloped them, Okeke remained the same man he had always been. A man of prayer, a man who feared God, a generous man whose honesty and integrity never wavered. The villagers would always speak of how the three brothers' success was not just a product of hard work, but also of the foundation their father had built for them. Okeke's faith in God, his honest nature, and his prayers had shaped them into the men they had become. The brothers never forgot their roots, and they continually honored their father's teachings, using their wealth to help others and develop the village that had given them so much. In time, Okeke became known not just for once famous work as a washman, but as a wise man whose simple life and deep faith had led his children to unimaginable success. His story became a legend, a story of how a man who feared God, remained honest in all things, could transform not only his own life, but the lives of those around him. Okeke's legacy was not built on riches or material wealth, but on patience, honesty, love, trust in God, and the values he passed on to children. His story remained an inspiration, not just in his village, but in towns and cities far and wide. Okeke the Washman, turned father of millionaires, had shown that no matter how humble your beginnings, with God's grace, hard work, and honesty, you could build a future that will bless generations to come. Please like, share, and subscribe to see other videos I upload. Thank you very much.